This video will cover some additional features available in the Monarch PJM stack. In previous videos, I've mentioned that it's best practice to isolate a job and job details that you intend to put time on in the cost center control. I'm going to demonstrate why that's important by taking the cost center control and docking it on the right-hand side of the screen. Now notice that on the left-hand side in Job Details, as I click on a job, that is the job that I'm costing time to in the cost center control. If I move the cursor in Job Details to a different job, the cost center control is now referencing that other job. By not isolating a job in Job Details, you run the risk of putting time in the wrong job and marking the wrong tasks task complete. If while you're costing time on a job, there's a need to look at some other filters or do some sort of research, you can launch a second instance of PJM on the same computer. With this split screen approach, I can keep my time running on the left-hand side and do my necessary research on the right-hand side. In previous videos, we looked at using the PJM cost center control to put time on a job in one location or one department at a time. I'm now going to demonstrate how this hub and spoke cost center model would allow two different departments to work on a job at the same time. I begin by starting a run for myself in the imaging department. Next, Kurt starts a run for himself in the punching department. This hub and spoke model allows the cost center control to have two simultaneous runs in different geographical parts of the building. The operators in different departments can begin and end runs on the same job without interfering with each other's time. This flexibility is critical to making PJM work in a litho environment. Next, I'm going to show what happens if you try to end a run without having populated the required cost center activity attributes. An alert pops up for the operator. If certain data points on the shop floor have been deemed to be critical, then PJM will not allow the run to end until the data has been collected. In past videos, we've been looking at the Job History tab. Now we're going to look at the Indirect Labor tab. At the bottom of the control, there's a drop-down. Here you specify which department you're in. Buttons are provided at the top for different reason codes for indirect labor. These different buttons send back different client activity codes to Monarch, each of which are associated and mapped to different kinds of Monarch indirect labor operations. I'm going to tell PJM that I'm going to a meeting. Make note, the button for break is only for paid breaks. Unless directed otherwise, do not use the break button to clock out for lunch. I hit end to mark that I've returned from my meeting. Now I'm ready to move on to my next job. The cost center activity attributes also have a section pertaining to downtime. Every department has a different drop-down menu that has different reason codes for downtime. Additional reason codes can easily be added by the PJM admin. When downtime occurs, the immediate responsibility of the operator, supervisors, and maintenance is to get the equipment running again. However, by documenting where the downtime occurred or why it occurred, we're better able to detect patterns and formulate countermeasures. In addition to the downtime drop-down menu, there's also a downtime notes field. This field can be used to add additional context or make additional observations regarding the downtime experienced. In other videos, we've looked at how PJM updates Monarch with job costing and task complete. Power BI is our business intelligence software. Several times a day, PJM will also be updating Power BI. All of the cost center activity attributes that the operators have populated will go to Power BI, and they will drive metrics, serve quality assurance, and fuel future improvements.